You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters. Well, you won't believe this, but there has been movement in the mystery involving the Chiefs fans that were found frozen after the Chargers game, and they were actually watching from a guy's house, and they froze to death in the backyard, and it became a big story. We covered it a lot on this channel in the first probably 2 months in the aftermath of that. And now we have actual individuals charged in some kind of a crime. I don't think we know exactly what crime yet. It doesn't look like from everything I'm reading. But there are, it looks like, 2 guys that are going to be charged here. One of them we've talked about a lot. It looks like the parents of 2 of the Kansas City Chiefs fans whose lifeless bodies were found frozen in a friend's backyard had mixed feelings following the arrest of 2 men charged with manslaughter. Okay, so it's going to be manslaughter. Ricky Johnson Jr., 38, David Harrington, 37, Clayton McGinney, 36, were found dead in their pal Jordan Willis's backyard on January 9, 2024. Manslaughter, that's a big deal. Harrington's mom, Teresa, claimed that she was kept out of the loop for the last 14 months since the trio's bodies were discovered. Wow. You know, they hid a bunch from these families. They did not want to tell these families a whole hell of a lot at all. Quote, they wouldn't tell me anything. There you go. She said Kansas police officials continuously stated they weren't investigating the deaths as homicides. The statements made it easy to think that they had already made up their mind there wouldn't be any further investigation, Harrington added. She pushed away any hope for criminal charges. On Wednesday, Platte County prosecutors charged Jordan Willis, and another man, Ivory Carson, each with 3 counts of manslaughter, 2 counts of delivering a controlled substance. So they were trying to, last I had heard, they wanted to get to whoever was behind Willis because they felt like there was somebody back there that had contributed to some of these ingredients that may have killed these guys, some of these substances, and it sounds like they may have gotten them. Johnson's father, Rick, has since vowed to attend each hearing involving Willis and Carson. I'm happy with the Platte County Prosecutor's Office and Kansas City, Missouri Police Department for filing charges, told Fox 4 Kansas City. It's been a long time, and I'll be at every court date. Good job. And, of course, there are the 3 men right there. That's unbelievable. There's David Harrington's parents. The bodies of Harrington, Clayton McGinney, and Ricky Johnson, both 38, were found on Willis's property by McGinney's fiancee 2 days later after they gathered to watch the Chiefs' final regular season game. That's right. It wasn't a playoff game. It was a Chargers game, if I remember correctly. The trio died from a deadly cocktail of fentanyl and cocaine. Platte County prosecutor Eric Zond revealed during a press conference streamed on KMBC. Willis, an HIV researcher, claims he went to bed in the early hours of January 8th, didn't know the men were still outside. He also claimed he didn't hear the relatives of the men knocking on the door before the bodies were discovered because he was wearing headphones. It always felt very fishy, this whole thing. Police discovered 2 bags of drugs, one containing cocaine, the other fentanyl. DNA samples from the bag of cocaine were mostly from Willis, while Carson's DNA was found all over the bag of fentanyl. Platte County prosecutor Eric Zond said during a press conference Wednesday. Police said they found text on Willis's phone alleging Carson supplied David Harrington with cocaine. Carson later admitted to selling cocaine to the trio. Wow. Jordan maintains that he is not responsible for purchasing or supplying the drugs that led to the deaths of his 3 friends. Willis attorney John Pericano told the Kansas City Star after the arrest, "We are very much looking forward to the day a jury gets to hear all the evidence in this case." So evidently, Jordan Willis is trying to claim that I guess everything is on this dude's head right here, which is Ivory Carson. And that is interesting that they've got text that in the context that Carson may have sold that cocaine directly to those guys, but did Willis not know about it? I mean, that's where it gets awfully hazy. The arrest did little to clear speculation surrounding deaths. I still don't know anything about how my son died or his last moments, Harrington said. The grieving mother isn't convinced any outcome in the mystery will come soon, claiming the trial won't start for more than a year. Wow, that's crazy as hell. Teresa Harrington had acknowledged her son's drug use, but believed he didn't do it to harm himself. Quote, "He didn't take that to die," she told News Nation's Chris Cuomo, February of 2024. I don't know. A lot of the channel has grown a lot since we were covering this. And I don't think people realize how big of a story this was. I mean, it was like, yeah, she went on Chris Cuomo. They were getting on the cable news cycles very much. It was a huge story on Fox News. If he took the drugs on his own, he took them to get high. It just means there's more to the story. There's more to it than just that. Harrington assured her son wasn't a drug addict and pointed blame at, quote, peer pressure. Willis and Carson are currently being held on Platte County Jail for $100,000 bonds each. So, man, there's still more to come on this, obviously, because we're not even at a trial yet. But now you got 2 officially charged suspects now, Jordan Willis being one of them. And I hate to speculate, but we always speculated when we was talking about this, so I'm just going to say it. I kind of feel like these guys got in the backyard. They had been partying. The fentanyl got involved, and they either went immediately or they passed out and froze to death. Whatever, somebody's got to be liable for that. Plain and simple, right? It all came from somebody. It all was involving somebody. So it's clear now because the police, for the longest time, there was a lot of speculation that this was going to be the 3 guys got together, partying, just took drugs or whatever on their own, and they went out or they just froze to death. No, something sinister and shady was going on, and here we have it. You got guys charged with manslaughter now. So, creeping towards some kind of resolution, but still ways out, for sure. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.